Camron, leaving Sirius XM, just got done with the Max B interview. Max B had the NY streets flooded. But Jimmy acting like he can't see the water rise.
Me and these niggas go back like 40 years.
When you hear that you definitely didn't come home, what's the energy? Because I'm going to keep it 100. Yo, Kill, I got to talk to the governor in Jersey.
Yeah,
Yo,
mayor.
once I speak to the mayor and these brothers we got coming up.
It was, like I said, you just got to switch the mindset.
Max B coming home. Where we at with that? Are you able to get past that?
No.
Okay, so listen. Max B is finally out of prison after nearly 16 years, right? You would think everybody would be celebrating, popping bottles, showing love. Like, sir? Dumb? And then he had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to call Max B a failure. Now hold on, let me make sure I got this right. You're calling a man who just survived almost 2 decades behind bars a failure? Make it make sense, Jimmy. But here's where it gets real interesting, because the hypocrisy is loud. Jim Jones was out here throwing a whole celebration when Mel Murda came home from prison, posted about it, showed love, did the whole 9. So what's different now? Why is Max B's homecoming suddenly a problem? I'll tell you why. Because Jim Jones is still in his feelings, and we're about to get all the way into it. Now things get even messier after Max B sits down for his first interview. Guess who he chooses to talk to? Camron and Mase.
I want you to pass it at some point.
Want me to crash out?
I definitely don't want you to crash out because I don't want.
Not just any interview, so who exactly is Max B? Real name Charlie Wingate, Harlem-born legend, one of the most influential New York rappers you might not have heard enough about.
Bitch, her name was Cindy of India. I wasn't sure cause I was just tipsy off the ribbon, playing big in the band. Me cream, my dick was a buckle, I was the ATM machine. Had the sparkle all in my ear. The low, never on the little nipples and blowing on the choke.
This man came up in the early to mid 2000s under Jim Jones's Bird Gang label, but Max wasn't just another rapper trying to get on. He brought something completely different to the table. This melodic, wavy style that literally influenced an entire generation of artists. We're talking about ASAP Rocky and others who came after him.
Why you do that? I said I'm sorry, baby. You really not Charlie, baby. Why you do that?
Max B dropped cult classic mixtapes like $1 Million Baby, the Public Domain series, and Coke Wave with French Montana. The man was him before he even had the chance to fully be him. You feel me?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, Max B really inspired my whole rapping career too. I feel like, not rapping career, but you see the way I'm making melodies.
Yeah.
He was a big part of that because before I started rapping, I was singing Max B all the time.
But then everything came crashing down in 2006, and this is where the story gets dark. September 22nd, 2006, Max's ex-girlfriend Gina Conway comes to him talking about this guy named Alan J. Plowden who supposedly has money. Now, Max could have walked away, could have said, nah, I'm good, but instead he decides to set up a whole robbery. He sends his stepbrother Kelvin Leardom and Gina to go handle it at the Holiday Inn. This is where everything goes left. Gina knocks on the hotel room door, and another woman named Giselle Neves opens it. Kelvin pulls out a gun, duct tapes Giselle, and they start searching the room looking for this money. But guess what? They don't find anything. So now they duct tape Plowden too and start interrogating this man, demanding to know where the money is. Plowden ends up calling his business partner David Taylor, telling him to bring money to the hotel. And this is the moment that changed everything. David Taylor shows up, and instead of just handing over money, he tries to fight Kelvin. During the struggle, the gun goes off, and David Taylor is shot and killed. Just like that, over what? Gina ends up stealing Giselle's purse with about $800 in it, and Kelvin takes Taylor's watch. They literally risked everything, took a man's life, and walked away with basically nothing. The whole situation was senseless, tragic, and completely avoidable. Now here's the kicker. Plowden, the guy who got robbed, had actually stolen $30,000 himself and was trying to hide it. He ends up getting charged too because karma is very real, but the damage is done. Gina gets arrested and immediately starts singing like Beyonce at the Super Bowl, telling police everything. Max and Kelvin get arrested, and Max's bail gets set at $2 million. This man is cooked. Fast forward to 2009, and the trial is happening. Gina takes a plea deal and is facing up to 18 years. By June of that year, Max and Kelvin are convicted on 9 out of 11 charges, including felony murder. The judge is not playing. Max gets 75 years, Kelvin gets life plus gets 35 years, and Gina ends up with 15 years after her cooperation. In 2012, Max tries to appeal and gets denied. It's looking like Max B is never coming home, like his story is completely over. But then something wild happens. In 2016, Max's conviction gets thrown out because of a conflict of interest with his original lawyer. His sentence gets reduced to 20 years after he pleads guilty to aggravated manslaughter, and on November 9th of this year, after nearly 16 years behind bars, Max B walks out a free man. The homecoming videos are emotional. Friends and family crying, hugging him, welcoming him back to the world. French Montana posts a video celebrating Max's release and writes, "My brother came home on my birthday, Hamdulillah." It's a beautiful moment, right? Everyone's happy for Max, except Jim Jones. Now let's talk about why Jim is so bothered by Max B coming home, because this beef goes deep. Back when Max was with Bird Gang, he was doing major creative work for Jim Jones. We're talking about writing hooks, helping with verses, possibly even contributing to We Fly High, one of Jim's biggest records. But according to Max, he wasn't getting paid fairly or credited for his work. Jim was allegedly paying him crumbs while making millions off the music Max helped create.
I would never work for that cornball ass again. Me? I'm a boss. I'm not with that. It's never nothing no more. Like, I look like a boss, I feel like a boss, I taste like a boss. Max Bigger Val. Out of here, man. So Jim Jones, compare the names. Look, Max Bigger Val. Jim Jones. God, don't even add up. They're not they're not on my level, man.
And it wasn't just about the money. Max says Jim didn't treat him like an equal, didn't give him the respect he deserved. The tension kept building until Max finally left Bird Gang, and once he was out, him and French Montana started releasing music straight up calling out Jim Jones. Now Jim claims he didn't intend to mess with Max's money, that it wasn't personal, but here's the thing. He didn't return Max's publishing either. Max had to sue Jim Jones, and the court literally forced Jim to give his publishing back. That's not a misunderstanding. That's somebody holding on to what ain't theirs until they legally have no choice. And Camron, he's been on Max's side this entire time. Cam says Jim has a pattern of trying to control people and keep them under his thumb.
Says I'm gonna keep it tall. That's kind of how I missed out on Max B. I'm just being straight up honest. And Jim ended up signing him because Jim seen the vision, because Jim had an outside vision of Max. I grew up with Max. Charlie Rambo, play all day, joking all the time. So when he came to me and said he's gonna start rapping, I was like, yo, Charlie, stop playing. His exact words was killer. They were like, no, let's get this clicking like Dorothy's heels.
Max B, he wasn't Max B, his name was Charlie Rambo. He got out of jail, he come up to me. This is word for word. So I'm like, Charlie, what up when you guys say, yo, Flea, I just came home. I said, y'all said you always just come. He said, yo, Flea, you know how to rap now. Let's get this looking like Dorothy's heels.
Cam actually wanted to sign Max B himself back in the day. So here we are in the present day, and Jim Jones is still bitter.
A few things that I'm saying, but you don't know the slander, like when you got locked up, you don't know the slander that I get. Cam, how the you let it go this way? From the same, like, what the how to go, I'm like, yo, I ain't see the, yo, I ain't see this nigga be playing niggas in and out of jail all the time, man. I ain't see this shit was gonna happen. Niggas be ready to take my head off about this shit.
Yeah, you ain't a prophet.
Yeah.
They want you to be about prophet.
Yeah, listen, man. And I listen, I'm first tell you, I missed out and I didn't see it because you was too much of my nigga and I didn't see the vision. And sometimes what it is, not even talking about you, because you turned out to be something else.
You still got me in though.
Oh no,
You did everything in your. You was like, look, go see, bro.
Yeah, but listen, we boomerang. We here now. We ain't even gonna get into.
I'm just saying, like that's how.
Right.
Even you acknowledge, like, still, like, damn, I got Jaja, I got this. I got Rel, I got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said, nah.
In a recent interview with Mano, Jim straight up says he cannot let the past go. He refuses to even explain why, like the topic is so triggering that he can't get into it. His whole reaction makes it crystal clear that this situation still has a grip on him, and people are noticing. The comments online are absolutely killing him.
Max B coming home. Where we at with that? Are you able to get past that?
No. Now we get past now. We can get past that now. You want to get past it? Or you want to dive more into it? Or you want me to tweak it?
I want you to pass it at some point.
You want me to crash out?
I definitely don't want you to crash out because I don't want to crash out. Now, what I want for myself, I want for my brother.
I appreciate it.
You see what I'm saying? Because there's too much money out here, there's too much life out here, and I like to do the things that I like to do. Ain't nothing feel better than living right now.
Some people are saying Jim still has PTSD from Max B publicly clowning him back in the day because Max was not holding back with those diss tracks and interviews. Others are pointing out that Jim is only talking tough because Max isn't standing in front of him right now. A lot of people think if these two actually sat down face to face, they could heal and move forward. Jim is clearly hurt by Cam's loyalty to Max, and Max is hurt by how Jim treated him during the most important years of his career. It's layers of pain, betrayal, and ego all wrapped up in this mess. So here's the real question we gotta ask. Can Max B and Jim Jones realistically move forward from this? Is there any chance of peace, or is there just too much history, too much bitterness, too much hurt for them to ever be cool again? Because right now, it's looking like Jim would rather hold on to this grudge than celebrate a man's freedom. And that says everything about where his heart is at. Max B is home, he's free, and he's got his whole life ahead of him. Meanwhile, Jim Jones is stuck in 2008, still mad about something that happened almost 2 decades ago. The streets are watching, the culture is watching, and honestly, Max is winning just by being free and moving forward while Jim is stuck looking bitter online. Sometimes the best revenge is just living well and letting go, and right now, only one of these men seems to understand that. This story isn't over though, not by a long shot. We'll see what happens next.